What's up, y'all? This is Ty. I'm back to review Big Rich Town. Cause I just come from the poorest part. What's up? Tonight's episode, this is the sixth episode. This is of the fourth season. Tonight's episode is titled New Man. And that's because, Ghost is coming out feeling like a brand new man, getting ready to start his career again, start his life over after being locked up. And we see in the beginning, Ghost has a little dream about, a little flashback. He's remembering how he had killed the prison guard. And so it starts off with him in the kitchen with Tasha. And this is what I like about the writers. Very, 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 very realistic. He's expecting, his family to be. He's like, "Where are the children? I just got out. I figured everybody would be home and we would celebrate." So Tasha had to let him know, the kid's been through a lot, and it's not like that. It's just not like that. And we see him trying to get flirty with his wife, and she let him know, nah, bro, the feds are watching. That's the only reason we here. This is an act. I don't think we're going to get back together. And at first I was like, damn, Tasha, why you got to be like that? But then I thought about something, and I thought about something that she said. She said, I just watched this chick, talking about Angela, I just watched this chick sit up in court and throw her entire career away to save your neck. I don't think it's over between you and Angela, is basically what she was saying. So really great scene right there. Shout outs to them. We also see Ghost go back to Truth, and he's all happy. And who's in there but Simon Stern? And he finds out that Tasha made a deal with Simon Stern. And of course, Stern is sneaky and slippery, we know that, but he wants to use Ghost so that he can get this loan, this minority business loan, and things look good for him, things look good for Ghost. Ghost is upset about this. He goes to Tasha and he's telling her, "Why would you go behind my back and do this?" And she says, so basically Tasha tells Ghost, "You got a lot of nerves. This is coming from a man who does what he wants whenever he wants without talking to anyone." So I do like how she told him, and I agree with her on this. She told him that he's smarter than Simon Stern, and this might be a good look for him. You just got out of jail. You teaming up with Simon Stern is good press. You can flip this and make this to your advantage because you're smarter than him. And I agree with her. He is smarter than Simon, and we know that, he's going to work this to his advantage. Now let's get on to Tommy. Tommy had to go to Chicago to deal with the suppliers and meet with the suppliers. And let me tell you, I was nervous the entire time he was there. I'm at my TV like this, like, oh my God, what's gonna happen? These people, it was just, the vibe was crazy. The whole empty skyrise that he met him in, everything. I was looking over my back like, is he safe? So the supplier tells him, "Listen, Ghost is out, but I want you to sever ties. I don't want you to be dealing with him at all." Tommy tells him, "I'm not going to kill Ghost." He's like, "Well, I'm just telling you to sever ties with him." But I knew, and he said, "I have all these plans for you. I want you to run the West Coast business as well, and this, that, and the third. We got so many great things going on with you." But I knew something was up when they started getting Tommy drunk, and they told him, "Oh, let's celebrate tonight in Chicago. You in another town, you ain't in your neighborhood, you with these people you know them, but you really don't know them." And they're getting him drunk, and he's just running off with the mouth. And I'm like, something is about to happen. Lo and behold, after I say that, they done bust Tommy upside the head, threw him in the trunk. I'm like, damn, what they about to do to Tommy? So we see that they take Tommy into the woods, that time to kill somebody. We going in the woods. And we see Tommy's there. They dug a grave. They about to bury him in this grave or whatever. And Tommy's like, "Listen." Turns out they're upset because Milan's hit, well, they didn't have permission to kill Milan. Remember last season? See how the writers tie everything in? I like that. They didn't have permission to kill Milan. Old boy over there was lying. He's setting Tommy up. Tommy's like, "Listen, he told me that it was okay to kill him, that you gave the permission to kill him." The guy's like, "I don't know who's telling the truth." He gets this girl to come out there. She whispers something. Next, you know, We think we see Tommy's on his knees. We think Tommy's going to get killed. Next you know, pow, they kill the other guy, bury him, and Tommy is safe for now. But I still don't trust these people. We also see Tommy go look at a house, and I thought this was strange. I was like, where's this going? He goes, he meets this realtor, watches the realtor show him this nice house, beautiful house, and I said, something's about to happen. What's the connection here? Well, turns out the old man that was selling the house is Holly's uncle, and this is the uncle that was molesting Holly. Y'all remember Holly, right? Tommy's girlfriend from last season that everybody hated and couldn't wait for her to die. Then when she died, I was like, damn, I'm gonna miss you. Anyway, this dude molested Holly, so Tommy went to get revenge. So Tommy told him, you know, you touched her. She told me how you touched her. And this sick, perverted bastard had the nerve to say she wanted it. Let me tell you, that pissed me off. The girl was 9 years old. So, you know, for you to say that, see, that pissed me off. So I was glad when Tommy, shout outs to Tommy for taking that bat and ending this sick person's life. Because anybody that touches children, you gotta go. Goodbye. You're gonna say she wanted it, you're out of here. Took that bat to your head and finished you off. You're done. So, what else can we talk about? Oh, Teresi. Do you all think that Teresi is Tommy's father? I have some people telling me they think he's either Tommy's father or Holly's father. I don't think he's Holly's father. Maybe he's Tommy's father, or maybe he knows Tommy's father, or maybe there's some sort of connection, but we will find that out soon enough, because we saw in this episode Teresi's calling Ghost from jail like, listen, you better get that phone to Tommy. That's what you better do. You better get that phone to Tommy, or I'm going to tell what you did to this guard in here. I'm going to tell, and you ain't going to be a free man no more. Now, let's move on to Dre, Cristobal, and Julio. Dre is being sneaky. He's trying to be slick, and he's going to get himself messed up, because we saw in last week's episode, Julio saw him talking to Kanan. Now Julio confronts him, and he convinces Julio, oh, listen, we can make, oh, he just wanted to, he had a few questions, blah, 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 yada, 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 but listen, I got a plan, meet me tonight, we can make some extra money, da, 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 da. And Julio's like, no, let me talk to Tommy first. He's like, nah, you want to get this money, you want to get this money. So he goes to meet up with Dre, but we know it's a trap. It's a trap because Dre is setting him up to finish him off, because they really didn't like each other. And so we see Julio walk into this warehouse, and we see his old gang, the gang that he left, and he was protected by Ghost, but you know Ghost is out of the business, so they believe. So they're trying to kill Julio. So I'm like, damn, they're gonna kill Julio. Julio went out like a G. Julio was in there 3 against 1. Julio was kicking butt, taking names, and he was winning that fight. He didn't kill 2 of them. He was winning that fight until, well, he hurt him up real bad. He was winning that fight until he got cut in his Achilles heel and went down, and an old boy was stabbing him, and then he cut his neck and took a piece of his skin. But I tell you this, Julio, you went out like a G. But was it just me, or was that the longest death scene ever? Julio just would not die. He's on the floor. He's like, oh, 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 oh. That was the longest death scene ever. I was like, Julio, you went out like a G, but rest in peace, bro. Let it go. It's time to go. Go in and die already. I know that's crazy, right? This show, I'm telling you, this show has me, I'm at the screen, I'm talking to the screen, I'm yelling at the screen. I was like, damn, Julio. I really thought he was going to survive. I thought he was going to kill those 3 and then get his revenge on Dre. But that's okay, because Dre, you're a weasel, you're a snake, and you're going to get what's coming to you. You just watch. You're going to get what's coming to you. Now, let's get to the nitty-gritty, the really Ghost being confronted by Kanan. Kanan making him drive around, telling him, listen, I have your son, I have Tariq, who is still hands down the dumbest kid I know. This little boy, he don't have that instinct. When I was that age, I had that instinct. I wasn't no thug, but I had that instinct. I could sense trouble and when somebody wasn't right, when people were shady. You hanging around with Kanan and Jukebox, and you can't tell that this Jukebox chick is shady. You don't feel her energy. You don't feel that bad energy. We sitting in this condemned looking ass house, and we just gonna wait here. We gonna wait for him. When is he coming? I'm just gonna play video game. Really, Tariq? Come on. Then we see Jukebox. He's in the bathroom after she gave him some of that scissor, whatever, and he's throwing up. He comes out the bathroom. He's like, well, I gotta go home. She bust him upside his head. Tariq, damn, you dumb. Well, anyway, I like the scenes where Ghost and Kanan kind of teamed up, because Kanan told him, listen, I want money. You want your son back? I need money. Ghost don't really have any money right now. He just got out, so he had to rob one of Tommy's locations where there was stash at. So I like that scene because I liked how Kanan and Ghost kind of worked good as a team. They kind of worked good when they robbed the place and got the money. That was cool. Then we see them get to the house, and before they get to the house, Kanan gives Ghost the gun, and he loads it. He says, now listen, I don't know what she got going on, Jukebox got going on in there, but you want your son back, you can either use the gun on me right now, or we can go in here and try to get your son back. Give her the money and see what happens. They get in there. Tariq is all tied up, looking pitiful. Ghost is upset, like, oh, my son let him go. Crazy Jukebox, she's got played by the brilliant Aniki Nani Rose, by the way. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. She's got the gun to his head, Tariq's head. She makes Kanan tell Tariq everything, who he really is, what he did to his own son, that he used Tariq. I'm like, who cares? Nobody got time for that. Tariq, you're dumb anyway. Listen, somebody save the boy. So long story short, we see Kanan shoot Jukebox. Jukebox is gone. Rest in peace, Jukebox. Damn, I can't speak. Rest in peace to that crazy woman. And we see Ghost and Tariq reunited, and that hug and that embrace. And I'm saying to myself, okay, now that you got him, he's safe. When you get him home, whoop his ass. Tariq needs a beat down, because Tariq, little dude, good acting, because I'm really pissed off. I really can't stand him this season. So another great episode, so much going on, so much to look forward to. We gotta find out what's going on with the FBI agents, with Angela and them, Sandoval. We gotta find out what Lakeisha's gonna do, how she's gonna act, with how her and Tommy's relationship is gonna be. Just so much more that we need. And we still need to find out if Teresi, what is his connection to Tommy? So tell me your thoughts. Did you like tonight's episode? I loved it. I'm looking forward to the remainder of the season. It's been a great season. And that's it for now. You have a blessed one. I'm out.